We are coming in third chapter. This chapter is Muhammad braveness, sacrifice his life for the identity of God. Once again, Muhammad is the only one, when he received the mission by Gabriel Archangel, the world was surrounded by gods and gods and God. There was so much confusion. And in such an environment, Muhammad began his mission. And even the Jesus, the Son of God, makes also confusion for the identity of God. 575 years later, here Muhammad began his top priority mission, the identity of God. Last night Muhammad came and he said to me, let's go I'd like to take you a Sufi paradise. Of course, Sufism took birth in Islam, and if Sufism would grow wherever truth takes us, we will go. To build a bridge, a living bridge, relationship with God, then 21st century, there would be many foundations would laid by Sufism all those centuries, that my mission as a Messiah would be very easy to reveal all those hidden secrets about God, and world will be smoothly followed to have a living relationship with his Creator. Unfortunately, Sufism, out of fear, panic, they do not want to reveal what they have observed, their journey with God and experiences, because there was a great fear or confusion by Muhammad that no prophet can come after him. This laid a very cruel foundation to whoever say after Muhammad there is some prophet in Islam. In this case, they must be taken care. If he come back in Islam, fine. Otherwise, he has to be killed. And this criminal moral act is continue in Islam actually, an Islamic country. So Sufism, he went back to in Islam to protect themselves, and when some special person came, then they was revealing secretly things what they have heard by God, observed and experienced with God. And this brought a great disadvantages for mankind. Even Aisha was saying, Muhammad can be a great prophet. But don't say that after Muhammad there is no prophet. But because there was a man world, so women voices in such a man world were silenced, and they put them, Aisha or other, behind this curtain. So Muhammad, because now he came back and with this promise that he will work with the Messiah, with me, with God's heart, to build the new world of God. So Muhammad came back now and he left Islam, that because God brought end of all religion actually. So Muhammad says, let's go in Sufi paradise, and we enter this Sufi paradise. There was the amazing mountains which cannot describe on our earth. These mountains is go on and on and on and on, 1,000 upon 1,000 kilometers. And the trees are so great. Even the mountains which I have seen is trillion and trillion miles higher. And the trees 100,000 kilometers higher. And in this tree, there are many palaces are built. How they build? This is the amazing paradise architecture with high peaks. So I was there in this paradise, and I and Mohammed was standing, and then came about 20 for distance. We saw that they have a Sufi great woman was flying, and they was coming toward us, and there was also paradise, those beautiful female was flying, and their beauty cannot be described, and they landed very near, and we must not forget that Muhammad is a founder of Islam, and Sufism took birth in Islam. They were smiling because their founder was standing there, and after a little while they fly back in the sky, and the weather was like on earth cannot compare. This was such a romantic weather, such a amazing weather. And Muhammad said, when you come here, spiritual life, we will go many places together. Then I went this magic paradise city, which was amazing, built by architecture. I met Sufis and I asked them which century they died. They were explaining me. And telling those people who are atheistic, the really life began life after death actually. There's a fine life, spiritual life with the Spirit. And the highlight of this spiritual world is for those people who have a light. In this case, God has sent me to build a new heaven and new earth. One point is also for this new heaven and new earth to take the blindness away from worldly people and introduce them and open their spiritual senses. There is one expectation. Second expectation is that they would have living relationship with God, and they can travel and fly life after death to have their own observation on journeys and experience where we live forever. Third, God's promise will be fulfilled that earth will be belong to God, loved one. Like God said, when my kingdom will be established, there will be totally darkness. Will remove the ignorance of this darkness which make a bad luck, accident, diseases, fear, panic, sadness, sorrow, and destruction on this world, disunity, war, bloodshed. It will be over. God present, death will lose its power. Good luck will be mankind hand. All these diseases, all this terrible thing which happened because of these people who want to finish the need of God, who want to build their own world, is happening because of them. That's why God, that's why God, all the promises since He created this creation billion years ago. No one knows this timing. For the joy and happiness that mankind will grow quickly with body, with high speed, because we were living in spiritual life, but our spiritual growth was very slow motion. That's why God created external creation and physical planet, where different creation, spirit can come and grow with high speed in the body. That's why this creation is huge, great. So all mankind history is ignorance of mankind brought such a bad luck. So while traveling with Muhammad, Muhammad says, deliver my mission that Islam must now, especially young generation, hear the voice of God. Messiah and God's heart is on earth. They should help Him to build the word of God. This is the voice of God. And all mankind will be united, centered on one God, Creator. And what God prophesies, it will become a true reality on earth. After sharing what Mohammed and I was in paradise of Sufism, I began that there was a many prophet. Many prophets, they left. 148,000 prophet came. Islam says 124,000. However, 148,000 prophet came, 140,975 prophet. Is many pushed back, left the mission. About 25 prophets are, which we came to know in Old Testament about 85 prophets. About. Doesn't matter. What matters is the word of God. Substantial did not establish on earth. Why make Muhammad greatest among the prophet? Because in the identity of God, he was a real greatest man among a prophet. He lived and he died. His all life he put him front and never compromised with the identity of God. If he would have compromises or put him middle position, that Islam will be also confused like a Christianity. However, Muhammad, even in the age of 25, was not belong to any religion, but followed the path of Ibrahim, straight way to come to know your Creator. People say that timing arrived when Muhammad was the age of 40. This is a timing where prophethood began. But there is a more hidden things. Prophet Muhammad says, God make it easy for me that I could marry with a rich woman, Khadija. I could marry with this woman and I show my best performance. And as a result, I brought a lot of benefit. Because of this reason, I also became very near and attention in the eyes of Khadija was paying attention about me. I was young, I was attractive. And slowly I became near Khadija. Because of this reason, Khadija wanted to be married with me. And so Muhammad, the day he married, he has more enough free time. And Muhammad said, I went in Hara. Slowly, I lost my interest in businesses. I could afford because Khadija have a lot of import-export. And even this age, I did not follow any religion, but you can call I was a Sufi. who were researching to meet God. And in this point, I saw wake-up dreams. I was traveling in the spiritual world when I spent a lot of time in Hara. And more I have an observation, and I was also flying in spiritual world until I got it tight. Archangel Gabriel chose me as a prophet. Prophet Mohammed, he got a children from Khadija, Ibrahim. I am continue about Muhammad's braveness. Even this worldly surrounding environment Muhammad's first priority was to come to know God, the only Creator. Muhammad's sons, they died early. One son was born, Maria Kapia. He died too in his prophethood. But this daughter, Rakia, Zainab, Kulthum, and Fatma, I was living in the time of Muhammad's prophethood, and also was moving when the Makkah people was very cruel into the Medina. What I would like to share here is what was the first priority of Muhammad? And he was a great, brave man who wanted to lose everything for God. And by no means he want to compromise with this worldly society about the identity of God. When tribes, Quraysh, who was a strong leader, they came together, and there was a powerful people few names I can take. Atba bin Rabia, Sheba bin Rabia, Abu Sufyan bin Harb, Nadar bin Hars, Hars bin Abdul Dar, his brother, Ibn Hisham, Abdullah bin Umayyah, As bin Wail, Nubia Unmibia Hajjaj, son, Umayyah bin Khalf, etc. They were the great people of Quraysh. One day they came together. Near Kaaba. And they say, let's call Muhammad so we can have a communication or dialogue with him. So let's see what is Muhammad demand and what he wanna get out from the identity of God, because he brought so much disunity. So let's compromise with him. Maybe we find one way that he worship his God and we continue worship our God. There should be some compromise basis. So some representative, they send it, and he say, Muhammad, the leader of Quraysh want to talk with you. Muhammad has very much great hope that my Quraysh follow the only one God, Allah. So we can bring the light into the world and take away the confusion of God, Creator. So Muhammad with hope went over there. They will follow the only one God, Allah, and leave all other gods. So when Muhammad arrived there, the representative crashed down. They say to Muhammad, Muhammad, we want to talk with you. We have not found anybody in our nation who brought so many trouble like you. You say our ancestor bad, and you call our gods many bad words and call them self-made gods. You have brought so much disunity among of Quraysh in our leadership. There is nothing trouble which you are not making. So we came to make a deal with you. maybe one point, just like in our time, some political solution. So we can sit down all in one table. So we offer you something. If you want to become a rich man, then we will give you so much possession and money and power that you will be the richest man in Arabia. If you want to have a leadership, we will give you this offer too. We will make you our leader. And even you want that you become a king, we will make you our king. And if there is some bad evil spirit, jinn, or any evil spirit you are victim, we will spend our money that you get a psychological heal and become normal. Prophet Muhammad was listening all these things. And Prophet Muhammad says, nothing I want to have the world possession and power. Even you give me the whole world, that's not what I want. I would like to explain you. I am sent by God, and I am a prophet. And I want to witness that there is only one creator in this whole creation. Your different God, Christianity, confusion of three God, or there is a for Asia, or everywhere in the world, which you make a gods and God, and you make each other gods. I want this dark night, dark age should be removed, and mankind should come to know real Creator. This is my purpose. That when we die, this is not the end. I came to let you know new life is waiting, which will be real justice. And our life purpose is to build the foundation to have a direct living relationship with this one Creator. And if you create the confusion with many God, you bring in dark age, and all these things who help you, you're gonna bring confusion in the eternity of God. And this is a disaster for God creation actually. That's why God sent it me. Quraysh was not so easy to accept. The Quraysh, they was not so easy to give up. They wanted, so they start demanding Prophet Muhammad if you are really prophet of God and you believe that God is the only creator and our God are the false God, and our God are dead God, and we created those God, then would like to ask you that our city is very narrow city. We have a great problems. We have a great problem that we are water trouble here. And you know how much without water Arabia, people was only mostly tried to live there and build cities or town where the water was. So we have a lot of trouble with water. Then tell your God, all these mountains which are obstacle and blocking our city, He should remove. And make such a stream and bach or river like in Syria, where there is no trouble of water. And we also ask that our ancestor, who you calling a bad ancestor, that he should come back. Kasab bin Kalab, he should come back alive again. And he should witness that you are a really true prophet and God has sent you. Then we will believe you. Muhammad said, God did not send me for this purpose, and I did not came for this purpose, for such a nonsense, that I would remove your mountain, bring the different stream and rivers, and fulfill your wishes. They say, if you cannot do it, this thing, for us, then at least ask God that God should make some angel possible, angel visible, who should walk with you and who should witness that you are a real prophet, so we shall believe you. Or at least for you, God can give streams and small bach, river, and make at least around you green, or give you palaces, gold and diamond and silver, that you should not suffer running in the bazaar for your job and trying to get money out so you can survive. We see you, Muhammad, that you are running in the bazaar, selling your product, and sweating whole day. So when God will do something for you, what we ask, we will believe you that really you are a prophet. Muhammad said, for this purpose I never came. I came for the identity of God. I want mankind come to know the only one Creator, so is a very straight way they can build their living relationship with God. Then Quraysh went more aggressive and says, well, you make us fear from the punishment of Allah, then say to God, He should punish us. Something should drop on us as a big stone, so we get punished, so then out of fear we believe you. Muhammad said, for this purpose I did not came. If God wants to punish you, it's up to God. Then they was saying, Muhammad, your God did not told you that which purpose we call and what we're going to ask you, all this question. Your God did not mention to you before, so you have some preparation. It means your God is not also life God. He is also dead God, because He did not give you any information what kind of question we're going to ask you. Amazing ignorance of your God, Muhammad, that He did not tell you our motivation. You are running to us like we're gonna take your religion, Islam. So your God is also dead God, who did not give you before information. Now it tells that there is some man named Rahman in Jama. He teach you this kind of teaching, and you don't have any living relationship with God or whatever. You're creating stories. Then they gave warning to Muhammad, we are not gonna leave you alone. And gave warning that we're gonna kill you. Or you're gonna kill us or your tribe, Banu Hashim. But Banu Hashim was less people. All tribes of Quraysh, there was in majority. And then they start shouting and making argument to Muhammad. Yes, we worship angel. We worship angel or God's son, and we worship God's daughter, angel, female. And we now only believe when you show us your God and your angel in front of us. When they became loud and aggressive, Muhammad stood up. With him was Abu Umayyah bin Mughira. He was a relative He was Aika bint Abdul Muttalib's son. He said, Muhammad, your nation have asked you, put front of you many things, you did not accept it. Then he say, okay, make a benefit for us in Makkah, you did not accept. Then he say, okay, you should do some favor, your God should do some favor for you, you also did not accept. Then you was making fear that God cannot punish you. They say, okay, then tell your God He should punish us. Even you did not accept this either. Now if one step, one later, you go to sky, heaven, and I see you, and then you come back with 4 angels from heaven, I will not accept you. Even they will witness that you are prophet, I will not believe you. It means that the top nation tribes leader became in Arabia against Muhammad, prosecute Muhammad, and stood as a great obstacle that if you don't accept all this demand, we're going to kill you. On the other side, brave prophet do not want to compromise anything in the identity of God. What history tells us? That Muhammad by no means want to confuse the identity of God. Now this Quraysh leader was very active. Like the tribe leader Abu Jahl, he said, when Muhammad gonna go pray and bow down, I will throw one big stone on his head. And then I will come in all the leader protection. Then Bani Abdul Manaf, the family of Muhammad or whatever, Banu Hashim, they cannot do nothing. And the tribe of Quraysh says, we swear of God we will give you protection and will take you in our protection. Whatever you want to do, you should do. It means Muhammad know that they want to kill him, and Muhammad know he's in very less people minority, and it is possible they can kill him. But his first love and his last love and his sacrifice, he want to lose his life for the identity of God, but he don't want to compromise. That's make him great.